Welcome back, fans and friends. For this upcoming video, I have another Greenlight, and I'm just pounding on the Greenlights except for that first Jada. And it is this here, Plymouth Trail Duster with backpacker figure. And so we have here, I believe, I guess what I'll call now the old style Greenlight, and you can just see how dusty it is, straight from the Walmart. Rare whale is not happily on the back there, but I mean, you get what you get. But everything else looks okay. I'm hoping, but I'm not sure. The hood will open. There's definitely indents. There's definitely a potential. And this is actually a car I'm completely unfamiliar with. I did not know the Plymouth built SUV slash pickup truck hybrids. I was certain they were just a budget muscle car producer version of a Dodge, but I guess things change. Anyway, this is Hobby Shop Series 10, one that I've certainly had some of my favorite vehicles come out of, the Skylines. Anytime Skylines in Hobby Shop, that I buy that thing. Series 16, or if you want to say it in French, Series 16. Adult collectible, 164, and then nothing, I believe 164 is the same in English as it is in French, and perhaps adult collectible is as well. But then you have here the English and French die-cast metal chases and limited edition. And you have there, it contains one die-cast vehicle and one plastic accessory. And the accessory is this guy, which they've given out with quite a few of their cars in the past. So if you really want that figure, there you go, you have it. Anyway, is there anything else here that people are interested in? I might look, if I ever see it, I might buy it. But the 1966 Ford 4-door Super Deluxe with roof rack and surfboards. I do believe I do have the Deluxe, so I believe that's just the regular car then. Studebaker, Commander, Starliner, the Mexicana one, the racing one where they go across Mexico and southern United States. A lot of the Studebakers, for some unknown reason, they do a lot of winning apparently. They're really good for it, which is unusual because Studebaker itself did not last very long. Anyway, GMC Suburban 2500 with police officer. We have this one here in the middle. And then 1991 Ford F-150 XLT when it used to be the size of the modern Ford Ranger. They've all scaled up, man. And is it more efficient? Maybe. Maybe not. And then the 2020 Nissan 370Z with race car driver. Exact same guy that came with the Nissan Skyline, perhaps. There we have a Series 16, and you have the chalkboard. Usually if you walk by a restaurant, it'll tell you what you can eat, and in this case, it tells you what you can buy. This is probably one of my favorite things at a Greenlight. Most of their series, not all of them. Hot Pursuit does it, obviously Showroom Floor does it, and here we are, Hobby Shop does it. But I do believe there are a series or two that do not do it, which is it's one of the things. They do it with one, but they don't do it with the other. Anyway. City of New York Police Department, which I believe is for that one there, Suburban. And then you have Holly, Nissan, GM, Chrysler, Chevron, which now I'm curious which one is colored Chevron. Trying to think what the oil company ones, the SDP and so on and so forth. Those are my favorite ones, the Nissan Skylines. Anyway, Ford. Officially licensed products. Usually if it's the Ford, actually they'll also give you that weird barcode thingy. Ferrari as well in certain other series, collectible or toy manufacturer, depending on your point of view. We'll just say it's both. But yeah, I don't fancy Greenlight ever making Ferrari anything, so we'll see. We never know. The good thing about Greenlight, actually, why it makes it superior to M2 is at least they've moved past the 60s and 70s. M2 will not, so you just have to deal with it. And then I'd already told people, well, people who watch this video, all 100 of you, that M2 unfortunately is as well going El Cheapo with. So his legs actually are not facing the same direction he is pointing. It's kind of awkward. Now that I see it, perhaps that's why he's driving a Plymouth. I don't know. You can see me struggling to get him out. And I'm going to break his feet off, which is... well, he didn't lose his legs, which is great. But as you can see there, that is how he should be facing, and then that's how it just has been sitting there for obviously a very long time. And he will not stand, so I'm just gonna have to put up with that crap, you know. Oh, look at that. He's doing the bending thing Michael Jackson does, not the moonwalk, which is what I was about to say. Anyway, this is from last year, so the 144th day, 14562. Now the series is WS for the new ones. This one is WB. And all that other stuff we know and love. So, as for the car itself, yeah, you see there the gap. The hood, theoretically, I will try right now. I don't want to do it first though, because then you guys can just stop watching. I have more good news though, so how about we just do the car review first, and then we'll talk about the other stuff later. So, weird indent because the plastic is not perfectly fitted to the body, but otherwise appears to be relatively see-through. You have the steering wheel on the left side, the Plymouth written across the front, which I like. The window wipers on the body instead of on the windshield, and painted silver, the same as the border. And the front lights is done very well, nice and even, but they are simply painted on, nothing on the front license plate. Speckle silver for the rest of it. And the 4x4, uniquely done by this Plymouth Duster. You have, sorry, Trail Duster, I apologize. I don't know what the little letters are underneath it, so if somebody wants to yell at me what they are, I have no idea. I believe it's the engine side, but I'm not sure. Wheels, nice and plain, however, I do like this style. The steel wheels, solid. Gas cap just behind the rear wheels on the correct side. And we see there the bed cover, and I'll get into that in about a minute. And then there, once again, we have Trail Duster Plymouth on the left side, wheel with the attachment that swings out. I used to have a Jeep Liberty that had this exact setup. This thing swings open with the door. To clear it, it's nice, handy, and I prefer, actually, if you're going to get a spare tire, I don't want to go underneath the vehicle. The stupidest thing. Anyway, it's not important. Spare wheel mounted at the same rear of the vehicle. Full-size spare. We have the lights on the left and the right side, relatively evenly painted. Nothing to complain about there. On to the right side. Yeah, so the keyholes are correct. Just checking. 4x4 Trail Duster with mystery word underneath it. And the wheels relatively free-flowing, but not very evenly made. So you can just see there the tread is not quite fit onto the wheel. Anyway, on to the underside. 144, 24, yep, all that stuff is the same. And we have 1970 Plymouth Trail Duster. So did I read it wrong? Is it actually say Trail Duster? Yes, it does. I apologize. It is Trail Duster, so I don't know what I was thinking. Or reading it upside down does not help. There's the exhaust of the vehicle, transfer case, differential, all that fun stuff. You can just see there. From the cylinders, all four on this side, nothing on that side. And you can just see there the two main pins. These holes, people are curious, are for afterkit, but when they sell specialty version of the car, they will have race suspensions and stuff like that. They're simply plastic or metal pieces glued into there to either raise the vehicle, add stuff like front bumpers and stuff like that, and that's what this pin is. So this thing is standard, and then they just add to it. I brought it up before, in case this is your first video. And this is actually a fairly old casting. Made in China, still clearer than that Dodge Challenger and Greenlight. And you see there 2000, I believe it's 2008. So in terms of what you're getting an old casting, but it's just feels so much better than the new ones. Anyway, not important. This is what I was going to bring up. It is not a pickup truck in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if this would fit to modern Americans or Canadians. It seems kind of small. But everything else there, you can just see these are not the visors. They could be the visors, actually. But you can just see there, it is not perfectly fit into the front windshield. Anyway, I do approve of this little thing because you're getting that extra little piece. Makes the vehicle so much better. And then finally, I'm going to hurt myself trying to pop the hood. It does not look like it opens. I lied. It does open. So I have no idea what engine this is. I assume it's a V8 of some kind. I'm not familiar with the 70s versions of these engines. However, I still 110% approve now of this car. Good look at all the stuff you're getting. I want to say Greenlight, watch videos on your own stuff. If your sales are hurting, it's because you made an aesthetic change, and I don't like it. Even though the hood is not really very well centered, it still opens, and that's vastly superior to the showroom floor series. Anyway, you see there the gate, the belts, the pulleys, the oil filter, all of that fun stuff. Radiator at the front there, although it's painted the same as the body. So overall, I have no idea going into the video what a trail duster was. I might have done a video on the regular duster, which is a car. But yeah, 4x4 trail duster 1978 from Greenlight. I forgot actually to do it in the previous videos. It mostly succeeds in the roll test. A little bit wobbly, but you do get the opening hood. You get this cover, comes right off, boom, convertible. So there you have it. Fans and Friends, Series 16, 1978 Plymouth Trail Duster from the Hobby Shop series. I approve. This is in the cost the same as all the other Greenlights, so just except for the Hollywood series and the Trail Hitch and Trail, which they did not have any of those. So, fans and friends, after having mediocre past two videos involving Greenlight, this one managed to salvage it. Thanks for watching. Thomas from Toronto once again, and till the next one.